Oh, welcome back. Now showing of the heron since I've had the string up. The plan today is what I've been trying to do for ages. So I just keep having people turn up. So it stops you doing what you're trying to do, and then it rains. So I'll flick you around and show you what I'm going to attempt to do. Now, I've said in a previous video I'm going to have to move that water feature there, which I really don't want to do. There's a little aluminium bracket just up the top there. I want to fix the post to that and drop the post down there. And then measure out. I can reuse this post and push that further back. What I might do though, thinking about it, because I've got enough posts, is use a new post just so as I can leave the trellising up there for now, because the heron. Ideally I wanted to use that post, save wasting post, but it means me taking it all down. So for the sake of it, I'll put another post there, take my hole down, and I've got to put a post there. Now I'm hoping these timbers across here, when I undo them, they'll go from this post to that corner, and then the same from this post to behind the hole. And then I've got some, I think they're about 1.5 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch battens. I'm going to build a frame, if I've got enough, one there and one there if they're long enough, and then put that scaffold netting. I was talking about this before. As you can see, the house is coming on really nice, slow but nice. They're on another job and this job, so I'm back of it toward the same as everybody else due to the weather. So the kids ain't moving in just as yet, so it gives me a bit more time to stop the kids throwing anything through there into the pool. Then what I might do is later on build another frame there, across there, maybe across this one, with a bit of that scaffold netting again. It all depends whether I'm thinking of putting it on a tube so I can roll it up out the way rather than leave it an eyesore hanging down there. But if I've got a heron, you've got to do what you've got to do. So my plans are, I really don't want to move all that because that's set up lovely, but I've got no option. So I'm going to work out the post from there and across there. Well, I've just uncovered my post ready. And sod's law, it's just starting to rain. It's been lovely all day. My mate's been around, he's got hospital appointments, so I said I'd take him to the hospital. I ain't got a problem with that at all. He had a problem with his car, so I've been having a joyride round with that, trying to find out what's wrong with it, but it ain't making the noise now, so I've been able to sort that out for him. And it's only a little bit at the minute, but they're looking very promising over the back of there, so just want to line that post up at that corner really, just to find out where I've got to move that waterfall and that, because I really want to get that up and running properly. We'll crack on anyway. That's the first one, temporary. What I normally do is dig a hole in the ground, fill it with concrete with the bolt sticking up, drill a hole in the post and then slide the post on rather than bury him in the ground. I'm probably going to do that with them too, but obviously without dismantling all that crazy paving there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill a hole through the slab it's sitting on, and I've got some long felt nails, so I'm going to use a felt nail to stop the post going this way and that way. That one up there, it's got a bracket from there, you can probably just see it, galvanised bracket, 2 steel fixings into the steel there, and it's trying its hardest to rain, so I'll get that slab out there, drill it, get a nail in it, and then I need to take that post down so I can treat it. But I'll try and work out where that one's got to go next. I'll mark around the post. These are my old slabs, I just hope they don't break. I want to drill a hole, and hopefully that'll stick through like that, and then the post will sit on that nail. Before I've used bolts, but if I use a bolt, I've got a big bolt head, which means these ain't going to sit, well this particular one ain't going to sit level, so I thought if I use that, it's just to stop the post moving backwards and forwards that way. It should hold it. Once the other frame's in to hold the net on, it should all hold together. That's gone through nicely. Just mark around the post and draw it in the centre. It's not going to be perfect, I suppose. So what I need to do now, that's what I'm going to put it. So I'm going to just try and pre-drill a piece of wood, because I want the post to be able to go on that easy. It's going to be hard to see it. I might get that on the post first, then push the post in. But I don't want the hole to be too big, so the post doing this. So I'm going to pre-drill a bit of crap timber first, and then try that nail in the hole. Make sure it's the right size that I'm after. Okay, so the first one I've picked. The post should sit on that nicely, if you can understand it that way. And the post sitting on it just stops the post from moving about, rather than me digging all that crazy paving we used to call it, broken slabs. Saves me moving all that to put concrete in, then rebuilding all that. So I'll get that over now. What I'm thinking of doing today is, so I've got to go and fetch Mason after, then I've got to go and help my mate. He's rounded his sun plug off on his van, so I've got to go and help him take some tools off, so I can do that. So I'll just treat that post, I think, and then if it's dry tomorrow, I'll fit that post up, and that'll be the start of the building. Okay, I'd like to show you everything. I thought the hole had gone through there lovely, but as you can see, part of the slab did break away. But them are quite a fair few years old, them are. But it don't matter anyway, so that'll sit inside there now like that. So I'll get over now, move the post. I've got to mark an X in the middle of that and drill the hole in there, so that will sit on the nail like that, stop it moving. I don't know whether you can tell, this post is out of shape here, and draw across the line from corner to corner. I've guessed that, and the way I check to see if it's central, you get your lead in the middle, keep your finger on, keep it straight, do it that way. Sorry about the camera work, and do it that way. Sorry about the camera work, I'm trying to get the pencil over. There you go. That's more or less bang on, that is. So I'm just going to drill the hole. Obviously you need to try and get that as straight as you can, but it's not going to be that far out to put the post in, tap it, it should move over the amount that's going to be out anyway. So what I'm going to drill that hole now. Probably leave it for today, because I've got to go and fetch Mason and do some running about. I'd like to paint that tonight if I can, so I'm going to try and do that before I fetch the lad. You've all seen a post painted before. What I use is the old creosote and engine oil, and last time I mixed some, and I just totally forgot all about it till today. I'd actually used some of the old engine oil, but it was out of a diesel, and that's why the posts are black. Normally I use old petrol oil, out of a petrol engine rather. Engine oil out of a petrol engine. That was engine oil out of a diesel engine, which is black, making the post darker. I don't recommend using that round any poles by any shape or form. If it can get in your water, it's going to be deadly to your koi, so don't get doing that. This is nowhere near my pond, so these three posts will be fine. So I'm just going to pack up now, and then tomorrow I can just stick that post straight up, and that gives me a starter then for the other two posts. Okay, so it's the next day. I left that soaking. I've just got to straighten that up, get my spirit level and straighten it off. Just this minute, screw it to the top. I have got off my gloves more than the post, just a little bit of, you are going to pick it up on the camera now. I had just a little bit of oil drop in the water, more off my glove than the post. Water's looking absolutely superb now. All the fish I'm swimming about, I've got none lying down. Now for the last 2 days I've put calamine teen. I've still got that, I don't know if you can see that one down there. It's the shady suli, white and black. That was one of the young ones that I bred. All reared from a small fry. He's upright, yeah, he's moving about now. Them all looking good. So I'm going to try and crack on. And I'm going to do that post over there. The dog, Mason's dog, was getting through a gap behind that filter there. So I'll put a bit of netting. So I'm going to take that panel off. I am going to concrete that. I'm thinking of putting another slab on the floor with a nail in again to hold the bottom of that post, and then I'll screw that post to that post, because then once the top beam's up there, that should support it that way, and then when the frame's in there for the net, it'll support it as well. And then hopefully tomorrow I've got to take my mate, well, I've got to give my mate up the hospital, Queen Elizabeth, this afternoon, so that post will be done tomorrow if it's dry. I've just remembered where the oil come from. I couldn't understand why there was oil a dribble of oil on the water, because the post's been stood upright in a bucket. Any remnants then can remnants can drop back in the bucket, obviously, and soak in the bottom of the post. It's all protected, and I couldn't understand why there's a bit of oil on top of the water. I'll use that straight away to soak it up, my sponge. Took my gloves off. My hand was covered in oil, and I thought, how can I have oil inside my glove? Last night, a mate of mine was trying to change the oil on his van, and the drain nut, he'd rounded it off, completely rounded it off. So I went down to try and give him a hand. He's one of these lads who's got his van lowered to the floor, so we tried to get a jack under. Anyway, we managed to jack it up, tried to chisel it, couldn't get it off. Knocked a smaller socket on it and managed to break it loose. He'd overfilled his oil. That was the reason why we was trying to drain some of the oil back out the engine. So I got these gloves on and I removed the draining bolt while I got my gloves on. Obviously the engine oil then is pouring out into a tray, and then I try to get the bolt back in, the replacement bolt back in it. So obviously it's all run down my arm and gone all inside my glove. I never realised last night. So I put the same gloves on this morning, and that's where the oil's come from in the pond, actually out the glove. As I've got my hands up in the air holding the post, it's dribbled out my glove, being rubber gloves as well. It held the oil, so little explanation there for where the oil's come from. Of course, you're not on the water now. I've just bought myself a piece of old Antel clean, so if I did see any more I could soak it up with that. So I've got everything covered. That little bit by way to anyway, I don't think they've been through enough, I think, anyway. All the white on the fish now is looking a hell of a lot better, and as you can see by looking at them there, and you can see by the green on that side, the colour of the green, it's the sun reflection, the water's absolutely mint. So I'm just hoping now that I've got everything under control. I'm supposed to treat calamine tea 4 days on the run. I ain't got enough. Temperature's supposed to be going down to 0 tonight again. Temperatures are just ridiculous in this country. Absolutely crazy. It's supposed to be 13 degrees, as you can probably tell by the sun being out, and minus, 0 degrees tonight. But they don't look too bad. If that day went and I was still having problems, I was going to drain the pond 50% and fill it up with tap water. That's all I ever used to do years ago before I went on YouTube. Me and my best mate always used to just leave the hose pipe in the pond on spray and leave it overnight. That's all we ever done. Never scraped, never had microscopes, never done water tests. When you've had fish a long time, you can tell by the way the fish react, there's something wrong. So we never had none of that gizmos going on YouTube and watching other videos. You need this, you need that, the other, and I think it sends you more paranoid. I've never studied my fish so much, and I think that's half the problem with most of us, overlooking things. But I had fluke, so I treated with fluke. I've got fish that was lying down, so I just thought I'd go around the calamine tea and try that. And like I say, I've done 2 days treatments, and now they all seem to be looking a lot better. So I'll crack on now with this post, get this post in, because I've got to pack up at 1:30, ready to go up to the hospital. Okay, so I'm going to be struggling here. As you can see, I've got to try and unscrew that bit of white timber there. Got a bit of netting on, just stop the dog, like I say. Got to get the post down there. Got this filter in the way. Christmas tree there, railings there. Don't know how I'm going to get it. Spider webs everywhere, I don't know whether you can see that. So I've got to try and just disconnect that white panel and then work out where the post's going to be. I'm going to find a better piece of slab to drill an hole in for that one, because once it's tied into that post, like I says, it'll hold it there. Okay, so a lot of faffing around, it's fair off that post, which is a bit of a shame really. I wanted it close onto that fence, but the post on the opposite side obviously governs where it's got to go. Again, whether you can see it, I put a broken slab, put a nail in it, that'll hold it off the floor. A few bracings in that'll hold that post. Just starting to rain now, so I've just got to try and get this post down. I put a string line, I don't know whether you can actually see that mark. I'm trying to rush now because it's starting to rain. So I'll take that post back down and paint it and then put it up tomorrow. Okay, so I've got the second post up in position. It's just temporary at the moment till it all locks in. String line's gone a little bit saggy now, so I've been messing about. Dug an hole in that one, concrete. That's the steel bolts I'm talking about. Try to get that as accurate as I can, because I need them posts in line. So I can't do that post now. Leave that till tomorrow to dry. So what my plan is now, obviously that other post up there now, you swing over, and then I'm going to get up that side there with that drain pipe. I'm going to set about over there. The only downfall I've got now is the strings. I'm having to keep taking the strings down and putting the strings back up, which has been a bit of a chatting bubbles, bit of a ball like, but it's what we've got to do. So that's what I'm up to. So this is the bolts that I use in the concrete. I put a bigger washer, a lot as big as I can get, wider than that there, just to stop it coming up through the concrete. Again, what I've done, I've got a drill bit before I drill the post. I don't want the hole too big and I don't want it too small, obviously we're struggling with it. So that'll give in, it's just a bit awkward with one hand. That fits in there, that's the thread that's stopping that. Once you get past the thread it goes on easy. But I'll just ream with that a little bit. The only downfall is, because the size of that there, you need to get that as straight as possible into your post. But that's what I'm up to now. I'm just going to drill that post there. I've just took the string down on the opposite side. I'm just going to sit down some tablets for my back, and my back's in bits. It'll be 15-20 minutes after I've drilled this hole, and then crack on again. Just been over to Dave's, give Dave a chuck. The glint, just move a tank. Talking to Dave about the problem with my fish. Just lying down, I've just done a little video and showed them. I've obviously disturbed them, they're moving about. I had a message off Phil G on my last video. Cheers Phil. Nice one, mucker. Get over to Phil. Give him a sub. About the metals in the water. Have you tested the chlorine? I said no, I got a chlorine tester. So I've been talking to Dave, and Dave says take some of this. It does something to the metals in the water, because apparently that can cause the irritation on the fish. But they are flicking or flashing. I'll flick it around and show you. And just lying dormant. You've got the chag down there. You've got them down there. I'm trying not to move too quick, because obviously I'm spooking them. There, they've seen me, look, they've moved now. They're just all... Yeah, they've seen me now, look, they're spooked now, they're moving about. So anyway, Phil, G and Dave, I'm going to put that in for you lads. Okay, so I'm back at it. Started raining obviously day in day out, so I can't do it. I fixed that post up there. I'm just about to dig an hole out for that one. I've just been studying the fish, and I've come to realise the heron did take fish. And the worst part about it is I had a fish off Dave and Jensen from Tipton Koi. Well, I had 4, Mason had 4 small fish to grow on, and it appears that all 4 have gone. Plus I had an achiever, a very small achiever. It was a random colour, that's why I picked it, and it turned out to be an achiever, and that's gone as well. Yesterday I come up and the oyster shower was on its side. I thought it was dead. Got my net out before I even got it in there, it swam off. The white of the fish seemed really sore. I have put powder in off Dave. Like I said before, somebody mentioned it could be the metals in there in the tap water, so I've done that. Still no improvement. I fed them, give them a bit of feed early, them all up swimming about and feeding. Them spout now because I'm standing by the bridge obviously working. So what I've done today as the last resort now, I just put salt in. Just can't keep throwing chemicals after chemicals, so I really don't know what to do anymore. They've scraped the fish, nothing on the fish. Tested the water. Apart from the chlorine, I've got a chlorine tester, and that's why Dave asked me to put this this powder in to I suppose just deactivate the minerals in the metals out of your tap water. But the oyster shower now is up over there now. He's swimming absolutely great. It gets to a point where you just don't know what to do anymore. So I'm going to leave that salt in for a week, and then I might just run my hose pipe like I mentioned in a previous video. That's all I ever used to do years ago. Leave the hose pipe in overnight, let it flush the pond out, and very rarely had problems. Very rarely, and for the last 2 years now all I seem to be doing is losing fish, and we can't find no reason why. So I'll crack on now. Seems like it's going to rain again. I managed to get the 2 corner posts up there. I've just measured that one, cut it. That's painted, it's all there. Well, soaked in oil and creosote. I've got that corner post up there, just finished doing that. And now I'm just about to dig an hole, put concrete in there just for a more firmer fix. Obviously that post that side's going to be shorter because the filter now sticks out. But all I'm going to do is build a square frame and put scaffold netting on it to stop the herons coming in. I've noticed a few. Dazzy's koi, local lad, he's had the heron in his all Yorkshire koi. He's had an heron paddling in his pool with a net trying to eat his fish, and he can't get him out the net. So hopefully that one that was over by me is gone. Right, I did take some strings down when I was here the other day, and I never put them back up. I'm still up there, but not as many as I did have. And the ones over the top of the gate there, I put them back up. These are down because I've been working on them posts. Yeah, they're fishing all up here ready for some food. I've just given them some. Suppose while they're up, by way to give them a little bit more. Just knocked the 2 frames up, painted them yesterday. Just got my roller net out. That's folding off. So that's absolutely perfect, that is. And the other frames here, I've already soaking wet in oil and creosote and the other posts, as you can see there. So what I'm going to do now, pull the net across, staple it around the outside of the timbers, so that when it's fitted in, you shouldn't see none of the staples. So I'll get the net on, get them fixed up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay then, so I've got that one up. I might have to make a little square for that corner there, just to stop the kids throwing anything through. And now I've done it because I'm on my own. It's a struggle because I've only got that little ledge, and when you're over here and you're trying to carry frames and stuff, you've got your feet in between everything, and the same round here, so everything's a struggle. So what I've done, I've measured the height of the frame, clamped a piece of wood on, same that side, then I'll put the frame, sit it on there to hold it, while I put a screw in either end. So I'm just going to get that one done now because You can see through the net there, it's getting rather dark. So I'll get that frame up. Which means I'm going to have to put the string across this one for today. I'm going to find a way of making a net frame here. Not timber, I don't think. So that'll be another day. Okay then folks, welcome back. Still measuring up for frames. I've lost 5 or 6 fish through the heron, which I've said previously. I've also lost 4 more koi. Can't find nothing wrong with them at all. Just lazing about on the, well, flat on the side. 2 of them I've put in sedation because they've been like it for a couple of weeks. I have given them a dip, malachite and formalin dip, rather than treat the whole pond. The oyster shower seems to be doing okay. I'll flick you around. There it is there. Nice one, all nearly all swimming around. So, like I've said previously, before I went on YouTube, what did I used to do in my pond? Okay, the hose pipes in, straight out the tap, no filtration. Nice strong jet. I'm going to leave that on now. Probably till about 3 o'clock. Normally I'd leave it on overnight, let the old pond overflow. I never had an outlet before, and after I put these carping stones back on, I'll put that overflow there. As you can see, I've joined it to there. That's going all down the garden into the drain. Now my idea is now to give these fish a complete, I know it's, a lot of people say it's wrong, all the metals, chloride and stuff like that. I'm giving these fish, as best I can, pure water with nothing else in it. Speaking to Pete and Dave, use this chemical, use this, use that. I ain't doing it no more. One of my viewers give me advice about not putting any in. Like I've said before, when you've got a problem with your koi, you've got to treat them. It's as simple as that. So my thinking is now, just give these fish some proper, good, clean, fresh water. Chlorine and I have got some, I can't think of the name of it. Proper dechlorinator anyway. What I use on Mason's tank. So I'll mix some of that up and throw some of that in. And I've also got that stuff that, I'll just go into the filtration and show you. That stuff that Dave gave me, which I've tried that as well. That's to stop all your, I suppose, ferocious metals, whatever it is. Pond detox, I've been using that. Still no difference on the koi, it's been a week. I'm thinking about turning that filter off and turning the nexus off and just let the pond fill with water, so I can try and keep the bacteria from having the bacteria from having any of the chlorine in it at the moment. Obviously, once this has been on for a fair few hours, I'll turn the filters back on. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm all under the bridge now because I'm standing here. Going back to these chemicals, the cost of the stuff is just getting ridiculous. And if you look on most people's videos, they ain't working. It's as simple as that. And you see now more and more people are, I suppose you can say, overdosing, putting more in than what the recommended dosage is. And again, not many people are having success with it. I know around the area where I am, we've got a problem now with herons. I spoke to a mate the other day. He's had it round, he's a bloke, he knows he's had the heron there. We're all on the same estate. Daz from Daz's Koi, he's on the same estate, he's had the same problem. And then, well, that's one of the reasons. The main reason for that was when the kids move in, stop throwing anything in the pool. That's also like a windbreaker. That's another reason that's up there, because you know I suffer with a chill on the pool. And obviously the third one, stop the herons coming through that gap. And like I said before, I've got to put it across here. And today I want to make that frame up for that side there. So then I've got to strike the post up and get a measurement for that side. And I'm also making the small one from up there. It was painted last night. So I'll get that little one knocked up and get her up halfway by the end of the day. As you can tell, I'm back in the filter house. I have decided to switch the pumps off, leave the aerator going obviously. The outer ring looks like it's going down rather quick, I don't know why. And the inner ring's coming up. So I might have to turn that back on and leave it running. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. You can actually see the difference, how high this is, how low that is. I've still got all that black. Somebody left me a message in the comments saying, is it off the bacteria balls? As far as I know, I scoop most of them out when I clean the nexus and clean that airline. So I really don't know where it is, I've just left it. People say leave your filters dirty, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep an eye on this for 10 minutes, make sure that water level don't change. And crack on building these frames. Just want to bring it back. The fish I'm just lazing about at the minute. What I want to try and do, I want to try and catch the fish sooner or later. The show's already over there, look. But it's almost like they want it. And you'll actually find the fish, they'll start swimming into that quite regular. Almost like, well it is, a breath of fresh air. A breath. Oh, a breath of fresh air. So I'll see if I can catch it on video for you in a bit. Okay then, so I've been outside measuring some timber up. Just thought I'd come back in here and check. And for some reason, I don't know why, that outer ring's dropped quite a lot and the inner ring I raised. And I can't understand why that's happening, because the weight of the water should stay level. So what I'm going to have to do, which is what I want to do, is turn the pump back on. I just wanted to keep this water as natural as I could, but unfortunately I can't do that. So this particular one I'm going to turn back on. Okay, so I'm trying to keep a distance so as not to spook them. And you'll see them actually coming towards the pressure out the pipe. So it's low now, I've got the camera on, they've swum away. But you can see a total difference in the fish when you put the hose in. Had a little bit of an air leak off my air pump. I think this was slightly too big and the Jubilee clip wouldn't close anymore. Thanks to Mad Dog's idea, got a piece of that pipe there off Mason's fish tank that I changed. So I've put that on to see if that'll work, and it's worked a treat. Oops, turn that off. Fish all seem to be a lot better now since I put that hose pipe in. Of course, none of them lying down. clamped up or nothing now. The wind today is proper chilly, proper cold. I have been trying to get Mason to help me do a video, as he's received some more mugs. I just can't get him to help me. Now I'm just looking at these fish here now, and I'm here again. I've got a Kajako down there. He's under the bridge. There, I think it's a Kajako, that orangey gold one there. Its back end looks a bit fairy, so I'm just going to get the net out. I'm just going to check him. All the fish seem to be swimming. Now the water quality is brilliant. Suffering a lot this year with I don't know, a lot of people and with car pox, whether it's the temperature changes, I don't know. But what I'll try and do, I want to try and take the fish out and check them. Take every one of them out and check every fish. That's that fish there, just the back end of it. Might just be me, but the scales just don't look right on its tail. So I'm just gonna, well, on the back before its tail, obviously not on its tail. Don't think you can actually see that. So I'm going to get him out and have a look. So I'm trying to document this so you can see it. I've got it floating in the pan net. You can just see back end of his dorsal fin there. Like a little bit of white growth on it. Just going to see if it turns round. Sorry about the camera work, I'm trying to look at the fish and film it. Just a little bit of fare on it. I'm going to put the camera down now. I'm just going to give him a quick look over just to check. But the one side of it looked a bit fair. You can actually start moving now on the top. I can see it on the camera now, watching it. I'm beginning to wonder if I've got the same problems Dave had with his bacteria issue I had not last year, the year before, whether it's actually in the fish and it's just reoccurring. Yeah, the scales on the back look a bit loose as well. Got them sticking out a little bit. I'm going to check him over anyway. Okay, now that I can see this properly. I've just got a little bit of bacteria spray. What I'm going to do is try and lift it up a little bit. Bit of antibacterial spray there. Just a little bit on the top of there. I think that looks lovely. Sometimes it's almost like the name trying to help, as you can see how still he is there now. See if I'll just get that to soak into his skin. Obviously that could be when the herons got in. fish tried to get it and catch it with its beak, I suppose. So getting back in the water now, keep an eye on it. Okay, then I've just put that fish back in, and I've noticed, now I'm putting this down to the heron. I don't know what the name of that fish is there, it's all orange. That was one of the young ones I reared myself a few years back before I had Mason. Again, down by the back end of its tail, it looks white and fairy. He's right next to the shag there. I know he's got a little bit of car pox on him. This side's okay, but the opposite side of the fish, towards its tail end again, it's like, it might be car pox. But I'm just going to get him out and just have a look, and if I ice here I'm just going to put a bit of that bacteria spray on it. So I'll get him out now and have a look. Okay, so I've got him in the net. Now he's got a few splits on his fin there. On the other side, looks a little bit tatty. Trying not to mess with it at all. I'm just trying to get him to. If I get him, he has definitely got something down that side there, but you can see a little tuft of car pox there. He's got a few markings on his head. I'm wondering now if this is another. That's a bit of car pox there. See if I can get him to turn around. Just trying to keep him calm in the net. Yeah, I think it's car pox. Come on then, mate, turn around. He didn't actually catch that on the tail. Sod's law, he's trying to get the opposite way. So you can actually see that I'm trying to hold the phone and obviously not distress the fish. Yeah, it's car pox, that is. Oh, you can actually see that. Come on, turn around for me then. Come on. God, that water's freezing cold. Only the fish I'm struggling. Sorry about the camera work, folks. I'm just trying to do it without any stress. Just try and get it on camera so you can see. Alright. Turn around then. So we'll have a look. Turn the opposite way to what I want him. Stay there then, stay there. The other way, so we can have a look. Shots all the phones are giving. It is car pox, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to have to go because I've got an incoming call. So I'm quite happy with that fish, car pox. So you've got to get him out and have a look. I'll try my best to not mess with them now. Like I said, I've been trying to get Mason to do a video, I can't get him to help me out. So, Mason's had some new mugs, so I'll flick it on and show them. Or show you them. Cheers, Gummy. Yampy Kelpie on the box. The Gummy Koi Keeper. Get over to his channel, subscribe to the man. Very nice. Then we've got the man who won the 500 subscribers and his koi puddle. I don't know where he's got on with his results, I'm sure. Beautiful, beautiful mug that is. Very nice. Also, the lad sent me a coaster. That'll be pride of place over there on my bar. So the mugs and Masons. Also, I don't think many people have got these. You know, Mad Dog and his Mrs. Teresa. Oh, check that out. Champion, that. Thank you very much for that one. And the lad who lives round the corner from us, get over to his channel, he's only just started. Good lad. Met him the weekend again at Glyn's, and this man was inspired by the Twisted One. Similar mug to mine, white with the orange insert and handle, very nice. I do like that. But again, a really, really nice design. So cheers on behalf of Mason for all the mugs. Let's get them all there together. So I've just been filming outside. Very nice. And I've ordered him some more hooks to hang them up. So I'll just get a quick flick, place it upside down. Obviously I'm doing stuff around the pond. The Christmas edition of Rich Shrewsbury Koi. Just a quick look at his mug collection. He's at school in the minute. At the minute. If you have been over to these channels, pop over to them and give them a subscribe. And then also over this side. Ooh, ooh, whoops. Yeah, so thank you all very much for the mugs for Mason. You just get excited when he sees them and opens them, but just won't let me record for some reason, I don't know why. But thank you all very much anyway. I'll get the mugs up and get them put up. I'm going to leave the build there for this week. I have got the frames all painted in the buckets, letting the oil and creosote soak in. They're going to get nothing done today, so I've got a hospital appointment. I think so, 1:30. Have a Birmingham. I've just been checking the fish this morning, as you can tell. Thank you all for the old subscribers and new subscribers, and thank you all for everybody who watches and for all the comments. I do appreciate it. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please share them, subscribe if you don't mind, and as always folks, don't forget to polish our thumb. Until next time.